Shout out to J&J.
So I just want to send a shout out to J&J Sports for having me once again.
Episodes, man. You guys got a real good thing going on.
Hey, what's up, y'all? We wanted to do something a little different, man, for 90, man. Y'all see the setup. We gonna lay back and chill, man, and talk some power rankings, James. I'm gonna pass it over to my co-host, man. What we got?
Well, I thought we'd go ahead and take a look at the bottom of the NFL power rankings.
Let's do it.
So I got these from NFL.com. And at number 32, they have listed the Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
They went 3-14 this year. And to start us off, can and will Deshaun Watson return as the starter for Cleveland?
James, that's a tough situation because they showed him so much hate. Him getting hurt, and on top of that situation we covered with the sexual charges, and I don't know. I mean, if he comes back, it'll just be because he still wants to play for them. But me personally, if a team is booing me and chanting me like that, I mean, I probably wouldn't come back. Honestly, do you think he'll come back?
That's a really good question because I know it's possible he might miss 2025 with a blown out ACL injury.
Yeah.
And this is an injury he's dealt with before. And I mean, if he misses 2025, I think the Browns do whatever they can to try to get out of that contract.
I mean, yeah. I mean, and like I said, they have who do they have right now? Watson, right? No,
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson, and he was from the Saints. I'm trying to think of his name.
Jameis Winston?
No, yeah, Jameis Winston. Yep. So they got him. So I mean, and he's pretty good. He's had some pretty good success with him. So
he's one of those really underrated quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Considering he's been a starter on a lot of teams, and I was almost kind of wondering why the Buccaneers got rid of him, but obviously probably Tom Brady.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely Tom Brady. They had to grab him.
And then number 31, we have the Tennessee Titans. They also went 3-14. And they fired their general manager. Do you think they probably should have given Ray Carthon more than just 2 years?
Yeah, but like I said, the way these teams operate, James, they move so fast with getting rid of people. You don't even have a chance to develop in your field. So it's like, yeah, we knew it was coming.
Yeah, and I mean the Titans were definitely improving before they had that bad 2024 season. Do you think this has anything to do with Will Levis?
Yeah, it definitely has something to do because he was an animal in the last season. I don't know what happened this season, why it didn't work out, but yeah, he's definitely a part of it.
Yeah, Will Levis, is he going to get a third year there, or do you think they're going to try to maybe like draft a quarterback?
I mean, they fired the GM, so he's probably not too far behind it. I think maybe they'll probably give him. I think they should give him one more year since he had a great season the season before. Give a guy one more year, and then if it doesn't work out, then hey, you could trade him mid-season. You can do something like that.
Maybe they pick someone up like Daniel Jones. I mean, that would be interesting, and then so he competes with him.
Exactly.
And then at number 30, the NFL has the New York Giants. They were also 3-14, and do you think it was a mistake to let Saquon Barkley fly away to the Eagles?
Absolutely. I know they're punching the air right now, James. He has been a major. But I said that. I called it, James. I said the minute him and Devin Haney find the two teams that were going to align right, they're going to be successful. Absolutely.
Yeah, and they let their quarterback Daniel Jones walk during the season, and
I think they're just trying to restart everything. They're like, we're going to get a fresh new draft, and I wish success for them. I really do. So.
Yeah, they're at the bottom of their division, so it's going to be hard to compete with teams like the Commanders and the Eagles, who are doing really well.
Right.
And then at number 29, and I don't think, you go back a few years, I don't think anybody would have expected the New England Patriots to be 4-13.
I mean, this made a major just downfall ever since Tom Brady left and the head coach left.
This could be a fun discussion. So, do you think their success was more because of Brady or Belichick, or do you think maybe it was a combination?
I feel like more so Belichick, but I feel like because he did molded Brady and got him to that level that he was supposed to be. So I would say more so Belichick, but Tom Brady was like a big chunk.
I have to definitely agree about Belichick because his defense was genius. And how many times did they intercept the ball, cause a turnover, and Tom Brady's got a short field?
Yeah, multiple times. I mean, and then you got to think about it. Tom had the full package on that team. He had Gronk. He had all those guys. I mean, you're going to win.
He cared more about winning than he did about money because I know a lot of times he told the Patriots, look, just get whoever you can in here. Give me something that y'all think is fair.
Right.
And I know I've heard him saying, my wife makes plenty of money.
Right. I mean, yeah, and that's good. You know, he that's the type of coach you want. He wants to win championships. You know, money is cool, but those will last forever. Championships, that's your resume, that's your name. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it.
And it is interesting too that he would use that talking about how his wife makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
To you know, kind of pull up for the slack for what he's not making in the NFL.
Exactly.
But they're no longer together now, so that that's
it
kind of an interesting.
it kind of bites it. But you know, shout out to him for not throwing her under the bus. You know, because a lot of dudes do that with women. Well, I make more than her. This, that. But he actually gave her flowers a little bit. So.
Well, yeah, and now I think he's making something close to. I think it's definitely maybe close to like 25 to 50 million or something.
Yeah.
A year with Fox.
Yeah.
So
right, he ended up being successful at the end. He just had to be humble in that beginning stage with the Patriots. So
Jared Mayo, their head coach, only got one season to try to turn things around.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to try to get someone outside of the Patriots organization now? Because Mayo, he was a linebacker there.
Right. Yeah. They need a fresh new start too. Just like the Giants, just everything fresh.
And I'm kind of curious. Do you think the Patriots will ever be able to return to their previous greatness?
It won't be the same like when Tom Brady that era, but they can have a successful team. They can be yeah.
So at number 28, we have the Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay.
They went 4-13. And do you think the move to Las Vegas has helped or hurt the team?
I'm guessing hurt a little bit. Adams left, and I mean, he should have just stayed where he was at. You know what I mean? I think him doing that was kind of selfish, but I understand he wanted to win, and he thought with him and Aaron, like how they used to be back in the day, that they can win, but that just wasn't the case.
And I know there's already two pretty successful teams in Los Angeles. But
right.
What if the Raiders returned to Los Angeles? They used to call LA home. Do you think they would have seen more success in LA than
Yeah, absolutely. Because think about the Chargers. But like I said, LA has a lot of football teams. So I get it. Making that change, it's like, okay, we need to go somewhere fresh where we can be building the empire for the NFL, but it's just not working out right now.
And then number 27, the Jacksonville Jags. They went 4-13. This was a playoff team a few years ago.
Yeah.
Will they get back to winning football?
Yeah, I can see it. Like I said, they still have a lot of good talent on their team. Once they get Trevor Lawrence back in order, I mean, you fired one of the best head coaches, so finding a decent coach and they'll be okay.
So the Jaguars are in the same division, the AFC South, as the Houston Texans. Is this their number one enemy?
Yeah. When them two play, it's personal now for sure, especially with the incident that happened with Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, it's personal.
Now, neither of us are Texans fans.
Yeah.
But I am always curious to know from any NFL fan within their division which team they dislike the most.
Right.
And a team I've heard a lot from Texans fans they don't like the Titans. That the Titans are maybe one of their number one.
Tennessee
Do
Titans.
you think that's because they used to live in Houston as the Oilers?
I think so. I think it's some backstory history that we don't know about. But yeah.
From the outside looking in, I would probably say it was the Colts, but that's because of the history that Peyton Manning had against
right.
the team.
Exactly.
And moving forward, we've got the New York Jets. They are 5-12 right now.
Okay.
Or they finished 5-12.
12, yeah.
So obviously, quarterback Aaron Rodgers did not work out.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know, man. Like I said, Aaron can still play. He can still play. You know what I mean? But it's just I don't know what's gonna work. Like I don't think the Jets was a good move. We thought it was, but he would have to be on a team that's pretty established. You know what I mean? Like the Steelers or a team that can get you to the. Because the Jets they haven't done anything for a long time. You know what I mean? So he tried to turn that team around, but
He could have joined a different team that was maybe more loaded as opposed to.
Right.
I feel like he wanted to go to that big media market though in New York.
yeah, that's probably why.
And we kind of spoke about this a little bit earlier, but also last week off camera.
Yeah.
What about the Devontae Adams situation there?
Like I said, they tried to make something work. The first time is history, but the second time it's not gonna always work like that. You know what I mean? They tried to make it happen. Like I said, I would give them one more season to see if they can. But I mean, if not, man, just y'all go y'all separate ways, man. You know, y'all created history when it happened. We can move forward. So
And number 25, I'm going to let you take this one because I want to hear your take on what happened.
Okay.
The 5-12 New Orleans Saints.
oh my goodness, you guys, it's a lot that happened. First off, the head coach that we had, trash, terrible. I mean, he had us losing against teams that we were definitely supposed to beat. When we lost to the Carolina Panthers, that really sent me, and it was personal for me, James, because that's a team that we always beat. We never lose to them. You know what I mean? And the fact that we lost to them because of him and his play calling, and I'm like, dude, yeah, you have to go. Because we're still a talented team for you to be, us to be losing like this. You know what I'm saying? Teams that we could have easily beat, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that's like the rivalry. You know, them, Atlanta Falcons, rivalry.
I was curious about that. As a Saints fan,
Yeah.
Is it the Falcons, is it the Panthers, or?
The Falcons, over everybody, the Falcons are, I don't know what it is with Atlanta, but it's always tense. It's always been like that for years, James. So, yeah, Falcons.
Okay, strong rivalry between the teams.
Yeah. Absolutely. But as far as we can change some stuff around, like I said, we got rid of that coach. Derek Carr has to go. I mean, like I said, I like the guy. He's still a great quarterback, not knocking him, but he can be a backup, and we need a new starter.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
I was curious. If you're the GM, are you going to draft a new quarterback? Are you going to roll with Carr, or are you going to get a free agent?
I mean, they gave him so much money. This is the thing with us. We give so much money to retired players or older players, and we don't invest in new stuff. So it's going to be hard because, like I said, he's still under contract. I will push him back. He can stay under the contract, push him back, and let's get a starter quarterback. It's not going to cost that much to get a starter quarterback. Our defense is already elite. Work on the offensive line a little bit, and we'll be good.
I think with New Orleans, Drew Brees left such a mark on that city.
Oh,
and
my goodness.
in the NFL in general, Hall of Fame quarterback. He won their first Super Bowl ever.
Yeah. He's always been a legend, and I don't know if we have a statue of him, but we definitely need to look into it. But he's gonna always be a legend to us. We still want him to play to this day. It's a lot of people that would still like, but I think he's a left-hand arm person now.
So this is kind of similar to what's going on in New England. I mean, they had that wonderful quarterback for a long time,
yeah.
constant success,
Mm-hmm.
but it's the fact that whichever new quarterback steps in is maybe expected to play on that same level.
Exactly. I think, like I said, in the fact that Drew Brees, he wasn't the tallest quarterback, the most athletic, but his accuracy in throwing, James, I mean, my goodness. Yeah.
And then our number 24 team, we've got the Carolina Panthers.
Just talking about them. Yeah.
They went 5-12. And this one's interesting because the Panthers have to sit back and they have to watch Baker Mayfield, their former quarterback, with the Bucs in the playoffs.
Success.
They have to watch Sam Darnold with the Vikings in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is we were discussing the benching of Bryce Young.
Yeah.
And actually, he played really well later in the season.
Absolutely.
And looking at it, him and Josh Allen were actually the only two NFL quarterbacks in 2024 with 3+ passing touchdowns and 2+ rushing touchdowns in one game.
Wow, that's history within itself. Yeah, you can't blame Bryce Young. First of all, he is a young talent, rookie quarterback. That guy, the fact that he's having success this early should show you, yeah, something. It's the team in general needs to be built up.
Yeah, they benched him the very beginning of the year. I mean, I wonder what kind of numbers he would have put up if they just let him continue to play.
Oh my goodness, he would have been. Yeah, it would have been a C.J. Stroud season for sure.
Team owner after the that particular game said a real good win. I think we've got our quarterback here, and this was from the Panthers owner David Tepper.
Yeah,
he told this to NFL Network. Does he mean what he's saying?
Yeah, he means it. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they are still successful. Like I said, whether the team is where I know he's probably bummed. Like, dang, I wish we was, at least close to the playoffs or the division. But you're still a great quarterback, man. Keep fighting with this team. I would say give him another year or two. If it's not working, don't be selfish. Let him go on a team that can get him something for sure.
So Young is probably going to stay in Carolina for a while.
Yeah, he's going to stay and hold it out for a little bit, I think. And then we'll see.
And then our last team for part one, we had the Chicago Bears. They also went 5-12. And this team showed promise. And Chicago is a really cool city.
Yeah.
Is this an attractive option for prospective coaches?
Yeah. Chicago is one of those tough teams. Yeah. Shout out to the quarterback. What's his name?
Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams, man. He didn't have the hottest season, but it's potential there. It's a lot of growth and stuff there. He's still young and he got something,
I'm curious about that. Do you think Williams is going to get better or worse at the quarterback?
No, he's going to get better. I know it's tough right now and a lot of people are looking at him and stuff like that, but he just has to find his rhythm. He has to find everything. I think the biggest loss that the Bears took was getting rid of your boy that's currently with the Steelers right now. Justin Fields, exactly. That was a big loss because he's so successful there with the Steelers. So
what if New Orleans picks him up? Would you like that?
Yes, I would love that. If we could pick somebody like that up, hey, let's do it.
So that is the end of part one for our power rankings.
Yes.
Please make sure you tune in for part two.
Yeah.
And remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And let us know what you think about these rankings.
Exactly, man. Comment who's your favorite team, which rankings do y'all feel like we're accurate with everything we're saying.